Hello and welcome back to Flinty Galactic. Today we are not on the survival world. I'm doing a bit of a different episode today. I'm not sure when this is going to be uploaded. Probably Saturday-ish. Either way. Uh, so this episode, well, today I'm planning to sort of build some form of frigate style thing for the survival world. Let's just set this to stations, one thing. So, in the world, we're starting to plan to get ready to leave the world. So, having something to leave on would be helpful. So, that's the sort of idea. I've got a bit of an idea in my head. So, I'm just going to sort of start building and go through my process. And number one for me is always to build some form of frame. How big? I don't want it. It needs to be big so it can fight off, but I also don't want it to be too big so that it's fairly mobile and cheap. I'd say that's a good size, and then something like this. I do want to have a bit of a, because one of the other things, I want a hanger at the front. So I'm thinking I'm going to change that up slightly. And let's just... yeah, okay. Do a slight hammerhead style sort of thing. I definitely need to change that. Extend this a bit. Okay, that's a bit big, so... it's looking a bit unbalanced, but I'm sure we work something out eventually. It's definitely something to do with this. I think well, let's start working on height. This is probably going to be... well, do this bit first. I kind of need it to be a bit taller. Especially on the bottom. Start with that. I will put a bridge. Something like... now I'll leave it at that. Maybe do something like that. Oh, maybe a landing pad at the back as well. And do something like that. Like that. Decent start. It's a bit flat, but I'm sure I can change that. Maybe I even just do something like that, and then maybe make that into some kind of gun emplacement. Extend this underneath a little. 10. I don't know. I haven't really got a plan for this. Potentially do something like that. I don't actually. Don't really need this to be on conveyor level. So let's worry about the actual hanger first. Do some regular hanger doors as placeholders. Also, probably want it to be protruding a little here. Do something like that. And that. I want to try and keep this even. Odd. It's easier to do builds like that. Do something like that. Yeah. Okay. It's not. Worry about that. This just seems a bit off. Oh god. Okay, I need to chase that block. Move this over a little. Yeah. Okay. that's fine. Oh, it's a station, so it shouldn't move. Maybe some... I really need to bring this up. Something like that. Move that forward a bit. Yeah, but I kind of need it to be on the same level as the actual landing thing. But then that just looks weird. It just looks... something like that. That could work. Maybe do something like that. Okay. Starting to see where this could go. Maybe if I go in one. Oh, yeah. And you do something like... or even actually, it's not the best choice combat-wise, but put something like cargo containers. Conveyor. Something like that. Because I will need cargo storage for this. Okay. I will also be wanting probably a couple large Atmos thrusters. Potentially, maybe put them here. I could even do like one of those some of those new ones. So put some like that. Something like that. Okay, then maybe I could push them in a little. And then... does that work? Oh, that doesn't quite work. Something like that. So this is sort of the style of my build process. I don't particularly stay in one area for a while. I usually flop about builds, make changes. Okay, I definitely need to do something up here, but it's starting to look a bit better, and I'm thinking maybe doing something like this. It just seems a bit flat. Maybe push this up and extend it a little. Okay, that seems a bit better. Could even... my plan was to have some Atmos thrust in all directions, even not much, just enough so that I could get around and save some hydrogen. And then if I ever get to space with this thing, I place them with ions, so I can do a bit of a around with that. Okay. Something like that. Not really. Yeah. Oh, what if I did something like... never really tried this before. That, and then that. Ooh. Build it in a bit more. Push this out by a couple. Maybe put a stair here. Just start planning out some of the interior. Which leads then into an airlock. Which I make at a future date. And then that is... a large enough landing bay to store any craft, depending what I take. Okay, yeah. Actually, I probably want that as a reinforced conveyor. Maybe even a cargo container. This is actually a bit of a different way to how I usually build. Usually I work on interior, then do other way around. I work on exterior, then I do everything with the interior, conveying, all that good stuff. But I mean, it's not working out. So hydrogen, maybe a single hydrogen thruster here, even a gun. Do something like. Question is what gun? Because I want to stick with as I could even put them. No. I want to stick with as little amount of heavy weapons, so artillery and railguns. Railguns are not such an issue. I would need connector, but underside connector. If I'm landing on planets, it may not be the worst idea. Extend that. It's just what's my road? Fallen Warrior. It depends what one I take, because this would fit. I think barely. Oh, it wouldn't actually fit up, would it? I need to remove these autocannons. But if I'm taking... God, that's a lot of exposed blueprints. Railgun rover. This is slightly different. I made a different design. That would fit in there. So I could do something on the outside here. Do something like that. Something like. I would put 2 railguns here. In fact, give myself a bit of firepower. I'm sure I could get enough slugs to, because all power. Yeah, you see, it looks cool, and it would function quite well, but I'm not so sure about power consumption. So I could do some, because I'm not sure. It's either that, or I could put some hydrogen thrusters in. Ooh, that could be better. Maybe eliminate fixed weapon and eliminate my inaccuracy. Just doing something like that and then extend that out a bit. And I have to find some way to decorate this so that it doesn't extrude too much. I could even do just forget the ramp, or even put a ramp here. I would do a hinge ramp as well, but I don't think that would be a pain to build in survival. Do also want to keep this like that. Something like just literally like that. Not the worst idea. Then paint that in grey when the time gets to it. Put a couple side atmos thrusters. And then just make this full body. Yeah, okay, I can see that. I can see that. So here I could put, actually, make it a double set. I think, yeah. Got Gatling guns. I don't want to overload this thing with weapons either. While having a lot of weapons would be nice, I don't think it'd be very fun. I can even extend this out quite a lot. Now there's like a thing. Ooh. Yeah. Kinda like that. Dunno, I like it, but at the same time. I probably just could come back to it. Let's start working on the back section here. More specifically here. I move that. Could then put an assault cannons thing here. Because that's probably going to be my main armament on this. Oh, but then it would make this hangar base severely small, so I don't really think I can do that. Oh, just thought of something. If I did, usually I'd flip it and I'd have, I'd like flip these around. Like if I pull out my aspiration, nope, that's the wrong ship. And you just, oh, what's the other frigate called? Ingenuity. I've uploaded this, so shameless plug. It's on the workshop. Go check it out. If I just spawn this thing in real quick. I've got conveyor level here, and then above that I have everything I need. But because this ship is a bit different with how I want it to do it, I could even do that at the bottom. I also want to change that. At the top, so I could have like the conveyor line sort of here, and then just have this entire layer here dedicated to the large hangar bay. So I want to see how that looks first before I commit. Oh, I'd need to push it in one, and that wouldn't be very large. Or I even do something as simple as expand this out, because don't want to do that. The one issue I see with this is clang. Because of all the fighters dots, space engineers. Sometimes it can deal with it perfectly fine. Other times you just lose your ship. So, but I do like that, because then I could even have do something like that. No, because that's too small. We're gonna say have that as the side bit for where the rover sits. And then instead of having a landing pad up here, I have turret. Something. Well, I don't want to put many on. Having one artillery turret's not going to hurt, because I do have some uranium and some artillery turret ammo. And I do that. Okay, I'm liking that. I also think it could be another good place for a turret. Assault cannon. Can't. If this was any other ship, I would put an assault cannon turret right there, or a Gatling turret or something there. But it's this ship, so I can't. Ooh, I've had an idea for this. Leave them blank. This is a tough one. This ship is... I definitely need to do something here. The only problem I find with that is that I'm going to have a lot more space for up thrust than I am down thrust. Other way around. Thrust. I have a lot more space for thrust that is on the top side than I am for the bottom side. But I do have here I could squeeze in. Oh, okay. Need to. Can I remove them? I can. Then I have a fairly large hangar bay, and then I could even push it one up and then have cargo and then conveyors going around that. Let's start working on these nacelles. That's something I really need to do. Let's do something like that. Let's see that. Definitely want to put that still there though. And then fold it in like that, and then continue to push us. Okay, I'm liking that. This is going much better than I thought it would, if I'm honest. I thought I'd be like that thought. Something like that. It seems a bit pushed in, but that also could be a good thing. Because I might want to put protection, and I do have a couple mods installed in this world. So if I were to say put 3 hydrogen thrusters there, don't really matter what world do I grab. Oh, that could work. Give me a bit extra. Side thrust. I kind of like it. I could even do beam blocks here. Beam blocks are one of my favourite blocks to use in building because they're one of the only blocks you can use to put in front of thrusters to make them more detailed. Because most other blocks will get damaged by thruster damage, but because the beam blocks have that hole in it, it doesn't, which makes them a really useful block for me. Another example is passageways. They're also really useful because they don't get damaged. I don't really like that corner. I like that a bit better. If I do something a bit halo-y and make it really thick at the bottom. Oh, I've just had the best idea. Do that, and then here we go. It's a bit long. I don't know where I just placed that block. I think it was there. Okay. And then put hydrogen thrusters. Boom. Yes. We're doing that. And then I do something a bit like that. One thing I do notice about this ship is it does lack a lot of much stopping thrust. Because the way I built it, the nacelle, in a lot of ships, if I paste another one of mine in, what's a good example? Try and do something I've forgotten. Oh, no, not my Corvette. I don't really have a ship like, oh, okay, I do. Destiny. Yeah, you can see in the Destiny, the sides there is clear stop and start where the nacelles are, giving lots of thrust. This one doesn't really have that. So, I'm going to need to find a way. But I think that's a sacrifice that I can live with. I suppose I don't really need to stop too well. Well, it is a frigate and it does need to be fairly maneuverable. Don't need that much. So I'm concentrating here. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. It definitely needs some work. And I don't think I'm gonna be able to get this done in one. Oh God, what's happened? Ah, stop deleting. Okay, my mouse just had a bit of a weird thing and it just decided to delete half of the build. Does that sometimes, it's super weird. Don't know why, but most of the time don't really affect anything. Something like that. As I was saying, I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to get this done in one episode. So, if this does see the light of day, but I suppose if you're watching, it has, then there will be a part 2, because I'm committed, but if I've uploaded one now. It's starting to take shape. I do like this hangar bay, I must admit. I could, right above it, if I put, for example, conveyor, 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 I could do like a broadside of guns. Could be useful if I'm engaging anything heavy. Maybe not that extreme. Something like that. And put side thrust here even. Does look a bit weird with the hangar placement, and I might extend that out. Something like that. It's just, I want this to have a good balance of guns. It has got that artillery turret, giving it a bit of long range. I would like a railgun at the front, but I just don't know if I can afford it. I also would like something else, just distinguishing the front. Something like that, I suppose. Ooh, okay, I could do something like that. An artillery turret up front. That would give me my long range capability, and I could also, oh god, didn't want to do that. Here, do something like that. And then 6 magnetic plates. Then do something, then extend this down after the thrust is done, like this. And then yeah, okay, I like that. I dig that. I dig that. Don't even need that. I could do something like, and then do half block. I need something to go there. Beam blocks don't really work. I would use this new scaffolding block, but from when I remember, it just got destroyed. Maybe I don't do anything there. Just put some magnetic place, and then it would allow me a bit more detail here. And also, I could put, ooh, I could put assault cannons. But I feel like I've got a lot of them, and that connector is also useless. Did that? I do feel like I've got too many assault cannons. I just feel like it'd be a lot of ammo. This also reminds me of another ship I built quite a bit. But and I gotta be mindful of cost. Like, I don't know if I might put a jump drive on this thing, but I don't know. It's a very costly investment. Like, already this ship would be mega expensive. Oh, this could be a place for the connector. I stick this out one. Would get in the way of that assault cannon's firing arc, but I can live with that. Ah, but how am I going to pipe it up? Because that would go into the hangar bay, so I can't really do that. That, and then send it out of it. Yep, okay. Starting to turn out. That's how building in Space Engineers always ends up doing. You start with a ship that you start being a bit nyeh about. Then you start to refine it, and then you get even more nyeh about it, and then you refine it more, and then you get, oh my god, this is turning out great. And either you get to the final bit and go, or you get to the final bit and go, yeah. I'm hoping this is going to be the second one. Oh, I was about to say Gatling turret, but I need some upwards thrust, some down. It's always difficult saying directions. I need some thrust that points down. Forget these thrusters. My brain won't work today. I do want to keep that there. Keep it as an airlock. And then maybe even move that a bit. You can do something like that. I'm also not going to worry about a gravity generator, because while, yeah, gravity is quite a lot of the time nice, it's one, expensive, and two, does get in the way sometimes. No, I already have this on the hotbar, but I can't be bothered to go to it. I think I'm going to have to switch over to regular windows here. I do something like, no, I need inverted. Something, ooh, that looks a bit, What if I actually flip this the other way round? I'd like to do a lot of my bridges this way. Yeah, okay. I'm digging it. Ah, that's the one thing. There is no block for that. But I could just cheat and use an armor panel. It's a bit weird, but I can easily change it at some point. If I just did regular, I think it's weird because I'm using those bridge windows, which are very small. What if I use regular windows for this? Bit more open. Oh, okay. Still looks a bit weird, but I kind of like it. I want to connect this up, and I need something here that extends out. I also need to change this. This is a bit too big. I could do... What I like to do with a lot of my bridges is do stuff like this. And the front here, do something like this. And here, something like that. And that generally creates a fairly good bridge, but I also think I need to keep this going a bit better, because it just sort of ends and creates a really weird effect. Like, I don't know if you... This is... I think I need to expand this a bit, and I don't know if that cargo section, while it was cool to begin with, it's starting to not be as cool. Because I could keep this going. That might save it. Actually, let's try it. See if doing something like this saves it. Okay, don't think this is going to look too bad. Yeah, okay, that's starting to look a bit better. I need to do a bit more work up here, I think. I don't think down there's a problem. I also might want to change this fully to that. Maybe also change this up a bit. What if I did something like... I've never really done this before, because I don't really like it, but it could work here. Did something like that, make a bit of a... Oh, now we're talking. Move that. Maybe... Oh, no, not doing the laser antenna. Column, I think, would be the best. I do column. This is also a very good greebling trick. And now it looks like an antenna thing. Yeah. It looks very flat. And it doesn't look as armoured. But I think for an atmospheric ship, that's mostly fine. Because the bridge shouldn't be maintained. I'll get an atmospheric ship. I will definitely do some stuff down there in a sec. But right now I want to focus on up here. Keep that going. Maybe even change that for a bot. Just keep this straight going, honestly. Just something like that. That's the one thing with doing side thrusters here. It does look a bit out of place for those assault cannons, but I think I can live. Ah, no, you see, that's going to be an issue, because I don't really want those conveying exposed. But what I will do is that. Sacrifice a bit of thrust. For looks, that's... I can live with these being slightly exposed. Ooh. Okay. Okay, we're getting a bit flat, but I can easily change that fairly quickly. I could even do something like this. That looks a bit better, but I definitely need stuff here. Let's just see what that. It looks alright from this angle. That from the front, it doesn't really matter because it's only that bit that really worries with the front. Underneath, definitely needs a bit of attention, I reckon. But I'm getting the basic frame done, so that's not that bad. That's something I like to do. I like these paneling ideas. I can do. Keep this running. And then put something here, like a turret. Or 2 turrets. Because... And then... Move that there. And keep this going. Till I get to here. And stop it. Starting to like it a bit more. Ooh. If this... Should this... It really depends where I want the hangar bay to end and everything else to begin. Usually I would never have this big of a hangar bay on a ship this size. And I think, even so, I'm going to have to make some sacrifices. I think I can keep one of the cargo containers, I reckon, but I think I have to get rid of one of them. Just so I have enough interior space so I can put some form of interior in. It's not going to be much, not as grand as my other ships, but just enough. And that also solves the issue of it looking a bit weird down there. I'm starting to dig this a little more. I got enough. I don't want to. That's one thing I want to check. I want to check up all my thrust. I got a good amount of up thrust, enough to get me around on planets. I've got 2 sets of side thrust. Got forward thrust. I've got barely any down thrust, but I could probably sneak a down thruster in here and then do. Here's a sneaky trick. Do that. Put on a passage and then hide this thruster. Because that should. Because I know the passage will be fine. Main question is, will the block in front of it? Yeah, the block in front of it's fine. And that gives me a bit extra back thrust, and then I could even... Ooh, actually I could chuck in one here. Find many sets of places to put back thrust. I don't need to keep that all the way. Keep that to about there, and then... And then I was thinking windows here. Keep that going slightly. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. I know I'm saying that a lot, but that's usually how my thought process goes. Either I don't like it or I like it. There's no in between for me. Really. That was a passageway. I'm gonna have to find. Oh no, here's an easy way. Let's block that. And then I could even do some paneling work up here. So it looks a bit. Maybe do some half armor. Okay. So one block that I really say Keen should add, which is basically it's this block. Basically the half sets of blocks. So this one, this one, this one, and that one, as well as this one, but in the sort of style of this. So basically it'll be half one of these, half one of these, half one of these, and then half one of the corners. But you can't really half that. But that sort of style, just, and then it would give us so many more detail options, in my opinion. I've definitely got some touching up on the exterior to do. I have no idea about the interior. That's going to be a massive thing to solve. Do I need any more down thrust? What I could use actually is this to keep going. Make it look a bit more reinforced. I'm liking it. So I think, given the amount of time it's spent on this, I might end the episode there. Just do a couple up. Well, might end and then save the rest for a part 2 if this video does well, or doesn't. I'll probably make one either way. And then that's one thing. Check another hydrogen. Just dot them around. That is one thing I want to do. Just also, I'll probably forget, so I'll do it now. Something like that. I can't do that though. Just do it like. How did this work then? Like that. And just remove those three because I don't know how I did that in the first place. Oh no, do it like. make it look a bit more aerodynamic. And then I even do something like that. Yeah, okay, I'll just add that here, and then, yeah, I'm gonna end the episode there, I think. Well, end this video here. It's so weird, because I'm so used to saying episode. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm hoping there will be a part 2 to this, where finish off the interior, do that, all that stuff, do some final touches. Maybe fully change the exterior, because this is going to be a decent bit of work, especially to fit hydrogen tanks in. I don't know where on earth I'm going to fit 2 hydrogen tanks in, because that's my plan. I want 2 large hydrogen tanks. I can't really put them here now, but that will be a problem for future me. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and stay safe out there, engineers, and happy hunting.